Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. There's no doubt you're the best supplier the narcissist involved in your life ever had or will ever have, right? But the thing is there's a reason that the narcissist involved in your life may have discarded you or reverse discarded you or become so toxic that you had to cut them off, right? And you've seen that, you've witnessed them move on with their lives, you've witnessed them move on with other suppliers, but there's a reason they didn't keep you around. You've heard me talk on how a divine intervention happens from the Most High, from the universe, that causes the separation to occur. But there's something that happened during the process of when you were still in the relationship with this narcissist involved in your life. You see, you were providing a potent grade A source of supply to this narcissist. You were providing that physically, mentally, spiritually, they felt liberated. They felt whole. They felt at home by being in your presence, right? But the thing is with a narcissist is very greedy, okay? And deep down in the core of the narcissist, they truly know they didn't deserve you. They knew that the whole time, right? They knew that from when they met you. They knew they didn't deserve you. That's why they lied to you. That's why they gaslit you. They played the victim, possibly. They done all types of manipulation to get you involved in their lives in the first place. And ultimately, deep down in the core of the narcissist, they knew they never deserved you, right? But some of you may be questioning, if you were so potent, why didn't the narcissist stick around? Why did the narcissist discard you? Now, as I said, they become greedy. Their eyes get very wide, the narcissist involved in your life. Despite God's influence and the universe causing the separation fundamentally from a higher perspective. When you look at it from a higher perspective, yes, God intervened. The universe intervened, saved you, spared you, pulled you out of that twisted dynamic relationship that you were involved in with this narcissist and spared you. Ultimately, from a higher grand scheme of things, that's what ultimately happened. But in the mind of the narcissist, they went along with this because they were greedy. They were wide-eyed. And this happened during the proceeds of when you were still in the relationship with them. You see, when they were around you, they thought to themselves that if they could capture you, right? They managed to trick you. They managed to deceive you to be in a relationship with them. Then they thought in their heads that they can find something better, right? And this is what they honestly thought. They really, honestly, truly thought that they've been blessed so much that they deserve more. That they can find someone who provides an even more potent supply. Someone who's even more loving. Someone who's even more loyal. Someone who's even more kind. They thought and they believed that they would find this. And this is a delusion that's been fed to the narcissist from God, from the universe, however you want to look at it. Caused them to be in this delusional state where they truly believed that they would find someone, right? And this is when they may have started to devalue you, right? Because their mind split, their psyche split. They were so into you, right? They were love bombing you. They were so into you. You were the best. But with you being the best, they wanted more. And this is their biggest mistake. You see, you were sent as mercy towards the narcissist. The empath is sent as mercy, right? The empath is sent as a test to test the narcissist. Are they willing to change? Because really God is all powerful. The universe is all powerful and capable of all things. And as much as it's virtually impossible for a narcissist to change, there is still a slim chance out there that maybe something switches in their mind and causes them to change, right? And you was the final hurdle, right? You was the final hurdle. They were brought into your life for your benefit, and you were brought into their life for their benefit, right? And the benefit that you gain is that you begin to see that there's twisted, dusty weirdos out there, and you awaken to you're an empath, you awaken to the narcissistic abuse, and that's your blessing, plus a lot more. But their gain is they had you as a potent source of supply, and they had the opportunity to live comfortably, live humbly, and not be looking for more. But you see, they failed. They failed and they failed. They wanted more, even though they had it all. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But this is what happened. They become wide-eyed. They become hungry. No longer did they look at you in the same light. They began to look on social media and see other relationships, and they looked on the TV and the internet, and they saw other relationships. They saw their friends in other relationships, and they compared you, right? And they believed they could do a lot better. So this is why the narcissist involved in your life, despite everything you've done, despite the potent supply you gave them, despite you building them up, picking them up off the trash, helping them, supporting them, being kind to them, they went off elsewhere, and they may have discarded you or reverse discarded you or become so toxic that you cut them off. And if you cut them off, my hat goes off to you. Well done, because you managed to actually cut a narcissist off. But many survivors are either discarded or reverse discarded, and reverse discard is made to believe it's your own fault, where they treat you so badly that you end up cutting them off, right? So the thing is they go on with their journey, and they're loving life at the moment. Momentarily, when they get rid of you, they're thinking, okay, life's opening up for brighter days. That's what they think in their heads, these narcissists involved in your life. Life's open up to brighter days. But it doesn't open up to brighter days. They realize that very soon. They meet their new supply. The new supply seems great. They idolize the new supply the same way they idolized you. This is what makes them very vulnerable, right? Makes them very vulnerable after they've been with a chosen one and an empath. They're very vulnerable, you see. Because they've experienced the good of the world, because they've experienced the kindness, it makes them very gullible and vulnerable. So they truly believe everything that this new person has to offer, right? They truly believe it with their heart's content because they've already had it from you. But little do they know that this new supply is possibly just as toxic as they are, or maybe a fellow narcissist, or a psychopath, or a sociopath, or one of these other toxic creatures that exist in the world. And very soon on in the relationship dynamics, they realize that, oh shit, they've made a huge mistake letting you go. And this is when the Hoovers will come, or this is when the premeditation of the Hoovers will come. You see, they've probably burnt the bridge so bad that they can't just call you up, or they can't just turn up at your house, right? A lot of them leave relationships in devastation. You know, they ultimately destroy it. The bridge is burnt. They can't just call you up. They can't just contact you on social media. Like, they're stuck now. Now they're stuck. So they're in this position with this new supply who's toxic like they are. They can't extract energy from each other. They had you, who was a potent grade A source of supply. And now they're possibly witnessing you moving on. They're stalking your social media. They may not be making any contact, but they're keeping their eye on you. But then you might be moving on with your life. You might be doing better now, right? And this breaks them down, right? Because they you know, a lot of the time they hoover when they're doing a temperament checker. You see, the hoover is not always that they want to come back in your life. The hoover is a temperament checker. The Hoover is to test your temperament to see if you're willing to let them back in, or if you've healed enough and got past them and over them, right? So, and some of them can't even Hoover at all because they burnt the bridge so bad, right? They're so stubborn. They don't know how to apologize. They don't know how to say sorry. They burnt the bridge so bad that they don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to do it, right? And that's why some narcissists involved in your life will resort to contacting you on fake profiles. You might start getting inundated with fake profiles, fake requests. I don't know. I'm not really well versed on this social media stuff, but they'll use fake profiles to speak to you, to test you, to run analysis on you. But they'll stay hidden. They won't expose themselves, right? And this is what their life comes to. And you will be forever haunting them as the best supply that was ever in their lives. That was ever in their life. You will be that person forever. They will never find someone like you. And it was their own greed and their own delusionment, if that's a word, their own delusion, fed by God, fed by the universe, to them, that they fell for. They fell for this delusion. And they treated you bad. And they thought they could get better. And little did they know, when they get back out in the world, they don't find someone better. They find someone worse. Now, what does the narcissist do? What does the narcissist do in this situation? The narcissist either discards the new supply, right? Or they cling to them like glue out of sheer desperation because they're afraid of being alone. That's the two kind of parodies that you have, right? That's the two kind of sequences that occur with a narcissist when they know they're with a supply who's a dusty. They either cling to them and glorify them to the world like they're great, or they'll discard them and they'll go in the cycle now of trying to find you in other people. And I made a video on that yesterday about how the narcissist tries to find you in other people, if you want to check that out. But this is the mess of the narcissist creates, right? This is the mess the narcissist creates. They had you, a beautiful soul, an honest soul, a true soul, transparent, kind, loving, loyal. They had everything with you. And their eyes got wide, thinking they deserve more than you. You see? They got an inflated sense of self. They began to look down on you. They began to devalue you. Like you're worthless, like you're nothing. Could have possibly discarded you in the most brutal fashion. This narcissist involved in your life. Could have really hurt your feelings. Really betrayed you. Really broken the trust. But it all comes flooding back on them. Because they end up with a dusty. They end up with a dusty weirdo who's just like them. Right? That's what happens to them. And they're stuck in that situation. And this is why when you go through the comment section on the channel, you will see various survivors of narcissistic abuse stating that they've had Hoovers after 10 years, Hoovers after 20 years. Even more than that. Hoovers after years apart, narcissistic survivors have experienced. And that's because the narcissist tries and tries and attempts to find a replacement and they fail. They fail miserably. They can never replace the chosen one of the empath in their life. You see? And the thing is, they regret it so bad letting you go, but they also are aware now that you know what they are, right? That's another reason why they can't just make open contact with you, say. Like, they can't just turn up at your house, or they can't just call you up, the narcissist involved in your life. Or they might not, because they know what they put you through. They know they hurt you. They know they betrayed you. And their only hope is that you're so broken and haven't healed enough that you would let them back in. But a lot of the times when they stalk you on social media, or they find out from flying monkeys about what your whereabouts are and what you're doing, they hear you're doing well. They hear you've progressed. You've healed. You've got on with your life, right? And that leaves them even more stuck. Because their only hope is that you stay hurt. So for all of you that are still hurting, still feel betrayed, it's okay. It's okay. But don't let the narcissist know that, right? You know? I'm not telling you to put on a false smile or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't express your feelings to the narcissist. You're hurt and betrayed. The only way you're going to heal that hurt and betrayal is by you attending to those wounds yourself. It's by you filling yourself with self-love, self-care, treating yourself like a guest, treating yourself well, looking after yourself. Maybe treating yourself to something now and then, right? Treating yourself to I don't know, whatever it is you like to do. I've spoke to survivors and they've treated themselves, you know? They've treated themselves with something nice that made them feel nice. They went to a store and bought themselves something nice and they looked after themselves, right? Do something for yourself. It is in your means. I'm not telling you to break the bank. It's telling you to look after yourself and treat yourself well. Make yourself feel special, right? Because you doing that will heal these wounds that this disgusting parasite inflicted on you, right? It will heal your trust issues. It will heal your pain. It will heal your betrayal, right? And touching on trust issues are not a bad thing, right? Now, if you suffer with trust issues, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. And I know I'm going off topic now, but it's not a bad thing because you will be vigilant about the future people that you let into your life. Whether it's romantic, family member, friend, colleague, associate, friend. Did I say friend? Yeah, I said friend. You will be vigilant about that. About these people that you let into your life in the future. So now you know why the narcissist didn't keep you around, right? It's their own fault. They destroyed it. And the thing is they know they've destroyed it, so they can't even get back in. They've burned that bridge so bad. They betrayed you so bad. They broke your trust. The whole bubble that they had you in with the love bomb, all the hard work they put in, you know, the love bomb, the gaslighting, the manipulation, making you feel special, you know, that whole bubble effect that they had on you, making you feel in a bubble, was wasted, you know, because they burst that bubble, right? And they were laughing when they first burst that bubble and they made you come crashing down, right? But when they come and finally start checking in on you through social media or through flying monkeys, and they find out that you're doing well, you might have got a new promotion at work, you might have found a new career path, you might be doing so well, right? Or even you just surviving, you know, looking after your family or looking after yourself, right? It's a brutal blow for them. They don't want to know that. They want you broken. That's how they thought. Because when they left you, you may have been broken. When they left you, you may have begged for them back or begged for them to change or told them to stop abusing you before you cut them off. You may have pled with them to change their ways and they didn't want to listen. Now they're desperate. They're desperately out there searching. And they won't find you anywhere they go. Anywhere they go, they will never find another you. You are special. You are an empath. You're a chosen one. And they will never find you again. And just for the naysayers that always say, what about if they meet another chosen one or empath? It's highly unlikely they'll even meet another chosen one or empath. It's highly unlikely a narcissist even meets one in their lifetime alone. But just for the benefit of the video, if they do meet another chosen one or an empath, they're going to be totally different to you, right? So this is what the catch-22 for the narcissist is. They grew accustomed to the way you used to do things. This new chosen one or empath, just for the sake of the video saying they enter their lives, won't do the justice. You offered a unique, tailor-made supply that was perfectly fitted for the narcissist involved in your life. And this other empath and chosen one won't offer that same source of supply. So it won't make the narcissist feel satisfied or sufficed. Okay? That's just for the people that say, what if they meet another chosen one or empath? And it's highly unlikely that it's by chance they even got you, right? So far and few between the chosen ones and the empaths spread across the globe. It's unlikely they'll ever meet another one again. It's highly unlikely they'll ever meet another one again. And like I said, even if they do, they're accustomed to you, right? This new chosen one or empath won't do the justice, right? And maybe this new chosen one or empath is awake to narcissistic abuse and will spot them from a mile off and not even let them in their lives, right? Because that's another thing. Many people start to wake up as the narcissist ages and goes through life. They burn so many bridges. They cause so much disruption in people's lives, in their romantic relationships, in their friendship circles, in their family member circles, and even in their flying monkey circles, right? Or even in their colleagues and associates at work. They cause such catastrophic devastation involved in these relationships that people generally wake up to the narcissist, you know? And they lose their charm, they lose their flattery, they lose their ability to manipulate and deceive, right? So just understand why the narcissist didn't keep you around despite you being the best supply they ever had was because they got wide-eyed, hungry, and thought they could do better than you, but they can't do better than you. Never will, never can, haven't ever done better than you, right? Never will do better than you, and certainly for the foreseeable future, they are never, ever going to top you when it comes to supply, okay? They're never going to top you. They're never going to find someone who does the justice and makes them feel the way that you used to make them feel, right? This narcissist involved in your life is on a downward slope, heading to nowhere. They will run through supply after supply after supply with constant reminders of you, haunted by your absence, and they will never find someone like you again. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.